Breaking news in the NBA world that's got everyone talking. LeBron James at Crossroads. Could this be the end of his legendary career, or is a shocking team change about to rewrite NBA history? Let's dive into what's unfolding right now. At 39 years old, LeBron James faces the biggest decision of his career. Retirement is no longer just speculation, it's suddenly a very real possibility. But here's what's creating shockwaves across the league. Oddsmakers are actively setting lines for his potential next team if he doesn't retire. This development shows how serious the situation has become. We're talking about a player who's still performing at an elite level, but the wear and tear of 21 NBA seasons is undeniable. The King has been carrying teams deep into playoffs year after year, and the physical toll is undeniable. Now, let's break down the odds. Which teams are emerging as frontrunners if LeBron decides to suit up for one more season? The betting markets are going wild with possibilities. Some sources point to a potential reunion with certain franchises, while others speculate about joining forces with his son Bronny James wherever he gets drafted. This is absolutely huge for several reasons. First, LeBron's decision will impact the entire league landscape. Second, his legacy is already secure: 4 championships, 4 MVP awards, and countless records. But third, and most importantly, this feels different than previous free agency periods. Fans are genuinely concerned this time. Social media is flooded with emotional reactions. Media analysts are divided. Some see retirement as the graceful exit, while others believe LeBron has at least one more historic season in him. Why does this matter? Beyond the obvious basketball implications, we could be witnessing the final chapter of one of the greatest careers in sports history. The entire NBA world holds its breath awaiting his decision. So here's what we need to discuss. If you had to bet on it right now, what do you truly believe happens next? Will LeBron James retire and ride off into the sunset, or will we see the King in a brand new jersey next season? Drop your predictions in the comments below. This decision will define an era. Breaking news in the NBA. The entire basketball world is holding its breath today as LeBron James drops a massive bombshell about his future. That's right, the King himself has just sent shockwaves across the league with a stunning revelation about his retirement plans. After a legendary 20-plus year career, LeBron James is speaking openly about what comes next, and the Lakers are officially in crisis mode. This isn't just another off-season rumor. This is LeBron James questioning his own future with the Lakers organization. Think about it. The greatest scorer in NBA history, the 4-time champion, the man who defined an entire generation of basketball, is now unsure if he'll be back next season. The tension in Los Angeles is palpable. The Lakers just finished another challenging season, and now they face the ultimate nightmare scenario. Their franchise player, their marquee attraction, their ticket-selling superstar, might be walking away. And the entire league is watching. What makes this even more explosive? LeBron's health, his goals, and his legacy are all on the line. After carrying the Lakers for years, after reaching incredible individual milestones, the question remains: does LeBron have enough left in the tank for another championship run? Can you imagine the Lakers without LeBron James? It's a terrifying thought for their front office and fans alike. This announcement changes everything about the upcoming offseason. Free agency, trades, draft plans, the entire Lakers rebuild strategy hangs in the balance. And let's talk about the NBA landscape. If LeBron retires, the Western Conference power structure completely shifts. The Lakers could become just another team fighting for a playoff spot instead of a championship contender. The Lakers dynasty that LeBron rebuilt could collapse overnight. But here's what really stings Lakers fans. There's no obvious replacement. There's no one waiting in the wings who can fill those shoes. LeBron James isn't just a player. He's an institution, a global brand, and the heart of this franchise. So what happens next? Will LeBron announce a farewell tour? Will he shock the world and play one more season? Or will he walk away quietly, leaving the Lakers to pick up the pieces? One thing's for sure. This is the biggest sports story of the year, and every single NBA fan needs to pay attention right now. The King's future is uncertain, and that means chaos is coming to Los Angeles. Where do you stand on this? Should LeBron retire as a legend, or does he have one last championship run in him? Hit that comment section and tell us what you think. What's up, football fans? Are you ready for a defensive lineman showdown that's shaking up the entire NFC North? Let's break down the trenches. Breaking news from Chicago, where the Bears are facing some harsh realities. Remember when they were famously known as the Monsters of the Midway? Those days might be fading. Recent analyst rankings have the Bears' defensive line sitting near the bottom of their division, and fans are feeling the pain. Here's the explosive breakdown. The NFC North defensive line rankings are in, and Chicago isn't living up to their historic legacy anymore. Why is this story blowing up right now? First, the performance stats tell a brutal story. While other teams in the division are making quarterback nightmares, the Bears are struggling with pass rush. Sacks and pressures, the numbers just don't lie. Second, injuries have completely wrecked their defensive front. Key starters? Out for weeks. Depth? Practically non-existent. This isn't just a bad season, it's looking like a full-on identity crisis. Now let's talk about the fan reactions. Social media is erupting. Bears fans are calling this an absolute embarrassment. They're demanding answers from the front office. How can a franchise with such a proud defensive history fall this far? Media analysts are even harsher. They're pointing to failed draft picks, questionable free agent signings, and a coaching staff that can't seem to develop talent. The comparisons to the Packers, Vikings, and Lions are brutal. But here's the million-dollar question. Can the Bears turn this around? Training camp is coming, but they need major moves in free agency or trades to fix this defensive line disaster. The clock is ticking on their championship window. This story matters because defense wins championships in the NFC North. If you can't stop the run or pressure the quarterback, you're not making the playoffs. Period. So here's what I want to know from you. Do you think the Bears front office deserves the blame for this defensive collapse? What's the one move they need to make this offseason? Drop your bold predictions in the comments below. I'll be reading every single one.